What's up people and welcome to this video. So in this video guys, we're gonna go and talk a little about Sun-Shin, how it works, how we play, what build I recommend for you to start using in the beginning if you just bought Sun-Shin and stuff like that. So the quality of the video will not be like the best quality because the video is taken from the stream which I did about 2 hours ago or something like that. And if you missed the stream, you will be able to go and take a look at it. I'm going to leave a link down in the description. The videos will be sped up. I will show you 2 games when I play Sun-Shin. And I will try to analyze everything that I do and blah 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 blah. And I will go and talk to you about the builds and stuff. But I will go ahead and do more streams in the future. So if you don't have the small bell on the subscribe button, you should really do it so you don't miss the new when I start streaming and stuff. Because it's always fun to like watch someone stream. At least I feel so. Either way, so the build that I'm using, I have been focusing a lot on like auto attacks on his like special attacks, like normal attacks, stuff like that. And just because I feel like his damage sorry, I can't speak. His abilities doesn't really stack super much with damage. So that is why I thought it might be pretty good to be focusing a lot on his auto attacks. Of course, I'm not 100% sure if this will be the best thing to do, but that was how I built the 2 games which I did in the stream, and it worked really well. So that's what, as you can see my build down in the left corner, you can see that it's a lot focused on auto attacks. So the first item I'm building is boots, because I feel like it's always great to build boots in the beginning. I usually do that on almost every single hero if I'm not playing a hero which is really fast and stuff. So that's why I'm building boots first, and it's the cheapest, so it's pretty good to build first. But you will of course not be able to deal super much damage early because you're building the boots, and you'll only go ahead and gain attack speed for building those. But either way, I'm building that. Then the second item, as you can see, I'm building the black sword. And I'm sorry, I still do not know the names of the items and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna say the color and what it is. First we have the black sword, then we have the blue, then we have the brown yellow sword, and the red sword, and then we have the 100% yellow sword. Either way, so I'm building that one because I will gonna gain more attack speed and lifesteal, as well as some crit. No. Is it crit? Oh gosh, I'm confused now. Either way, you're gonna deal about, I think it's 6% of the enemy's HP on each auto attack, which is really great if you focusing on auto attack, so that's why I decided to put that first. Then the next item is the blue sword, which will give you, I think it's 4% attack speed, as well as some 10% crit, and is it movement speed? No, it's damage. You'll go ahead and get, I think it's plus 30 physical damage. But then the passive on it, hopefully you know it, but you will, if you crit, you will be able to crit even more because you will have a higher chance of critting, and you'll gain 35% movement speed if you crit. So that's just a great item. And in both of these games, sadly, I didn't really get fed with him, but I got a lot of assists. So he's really good to you get a lot of assists with him because of his ultimate. Yeah, I think I might actually be able to pull off an assist here, or even a kill. I remember I did some insane thing. If I'm gonna ult now, I'm gonna get the kill. No, never mind. But I think it might be in this gameplay or the gameplay after this. I'm just gonna random ult and then I'm gonna get the kill. It's just awesome to see. So I'm just gonna go through all the item stuff. Then I'm gonna talk about how to play him. But then my fourth item is the brown yellow sword, and it's crit, and it's focused on getting, because I'm focusing on auto attacks. This item is also pretty good because my other items is really focused on crit chance and attack speed. So buying this item, I will go ahead and gain a lot of critical damage, as well as a higher crit chance, which is always great. And then my fifth item is the lifesteal item, the red sword, and I'm not completely sure if you want to build that sword that late. Maybe you want to build it earlier. I'm honestly not completely sure. When I was building this build, no, I actually didn't take the hoverboard, but when I was building this build, I was super focused on auto attacks, because I thought, well, this guy will be able to recall to the base and just take the hoverboard in the base and then be fast back into lane. So that's why I didn't focus so much on the lifesteal, but maybe you want to build it earlier. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and try out some new builds and stuff like that. But this is just a build that I think it works really well, so that's why I'm recommending to you. And then the last item is just another attack speed item, which will give you some movement speed and crit, and I'm not sure if you want to build it that late. But it worked, okay, it just worked. But of course, I'm gonna go ahead and make some other builds in the future. Gonna try out to do some crazy builds like 100% critical damage, stuff like that. Just, you're gonna wait and see, okay? But so far this build I think is pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and make another build video in the future, so stay tuned for that. Remember to be subscribed. But now let's go ahead and talk a little about how to play him and how he's good and where he's good and just how he basically works. So in my opinion, you should go ahead and max your second ability first. Of course, you will always go and take your ultimate when you can, but your first ability, you do not want to max that, because I feel like it doesn't really deal so much damage. Yes, it slows, and it will slow more the higher you will increase it, you will deal more damage. But the second ability will gonna deal more damage than the first one, and it will also, it has insane range, and it will... There was the random ultimate and kill I got. It was so funny when I did it in the stream. You guys may remember it if you saw the stream. Either way, oh, look at that, someone said Blue Panda. Either way, you want to max your second ability because it has super long range. It deals much more damage than the first one, and it triggers the bleed effect. So it's a really great ability to start off upgrading instead of the first ability. You want to upgrade your first ability last, because it doesn't really do much. It's just really good when escaping or chasing. That is all. It doesn't really do much more than that. And of course you gotta upgrade your ultimate as fast as you can. Like every single time you can upgrade your ultimate, you're gonna do that. And when you're taking like monsters in the jungle, I really recommend you attacking with your sword, because you will trigger bleed effect on the monsters. And I'm not completely sure if this works on minions. I think it does. So that is great. But when you're attacking Turtle or Lord or any monsters in the jungle, and I think it works on the minions as well. I recommend you to be using your sword, because you can either, if you're close range to the minions, you will start using the sword. Maybe you can see it here. No, but I did use the sword just a small bit. But you will actually go ahead and I think you're actually dealing true damage with the bleed effect. So I mean, it will always deal like 45 damage, stuff like that at level 1 or something. It's just insane, it's really good. So I really recommend you using that at monsters and jungles, because you will be able to take it down a lot faster. But of course, if you're going against Turtle and like you have a tank or something, you stand in the back. You don't want to like tank the Turtle as a marksman. But if you're not, then just go ahead and slap it with your sword instead, because you're gonna deal more damage. So basically, another thing you want to really do when playing Sun-Shin is you want to have extremely good map awareness. You always want to check when your teammate is fighting, at least when you're level 4, because then you can always go and help them with your ultimate. And I have said this in a lot of other videos. Now you can see I'm hitting with my sword. But that is a really awesome way to like help your teammates out and maybe even get an assist for you, which is always great. And another thing you can do is when, for example, the enemy is attacking like a turret on your side, you can actually go in and ult then as well, because let's say a fighter, let's say Yan Shao is attacking a turret, then go ahead and ult, then you have to move to like avoid your ultimate, and maybe he will not be able to take down the turret because of your ultimate. So it's always good. You really want to have an insane map awareness with Sun-Shin, just because you will be able to help out your team so much, and you will be able to prevent enemies to like take down turrets a lot easier. And by doing your ultimate as well, you will be able to see the enemies on the map and where they are. So it's actually really good. Maybe you're thinking, well, are the enemies doing the turtle now? Are they attacking the Lord now? Then you can actually go ahead and ult, and you will get vision on the enemies. But I'm pretty sure you'll not be able to see the HP of the enemies, but you'll see where they are. So it's always great. But I do not really recommend just randomly ulting when you think, oh, maybe they're doing turtle now because I can't see it on the map. But if you really think they are doing it, then go ahead and ult, because most likely all of them will be really close to the Lord. So you might even go ahead and pick up the Lord and pick up a kill. Like that's just really great. And if they're not doing that, if they're not attacking the Lord, you will see where they are, and if they are, you will see that they are attacking the Lord, and your teammates will also see that. So just really great ultimate overall. I really think that his ultimate is really strong, not because it deals a lot of damage, but because of all the other reasons. Yes, it does deal a pretty good amount of damage, especially in team fights, because say for example you can see that Nana, let's just pretend, okay, Nana is going top, she has low HP, and you ult, then they will shoot a few missiles on her, but it will only hit her. But if we say there's a team fight, all the enemies is on the same location, then the missiles will go to like each hero, but if they're close to each other, one of the missiles will might actually go ahead and hit one of the other enemies, so it might like stack twice. This is great. So it's really good in team fights as well, and it will also trigger the bleed effect, which is also pretty good. So I just think that the ultimate is really strong, not because it deals damage, because it doesn't really deal so much damage. I think you're gonna see it in the other gameplay, which is gonna start really soon, because I think we're gonna win in a second now. That I'm using my ultimate to try to kill the enemies, but they successfully escape. Even though they have extremely low HP, they will successfully escape, but because it doesn't deal so much damage. But you'll be able to see vision on them and stuff like that. And let's see, we're not gonna win now. And another thing with Sun-Shin, you're gonna get a ton of assists with him, because your ultimate you can just assist here and there. It's just really easy, especially if you're having a super good map awareness. In these two gameplays that you're seeing on the screen right now, I didn't really have the best map awareness, but that was just, I have 3 reasons why. Reason 1 was that I was trying to speak to you as much as possible. Reason 2 was it was lagging a bit because of I was streaming. Reason 3 was that I was trying to read all of you guys' comments and trying to answer your questions when I was playing as well. That was kind of hard, but there you can see the damage that I dealt to both turrets and to the enemy heroes, and I dealt most damage in my team to both of them, which you can see he's dealing a lot of damage. So here we're gonna jump into the second gameplay, and I feel like I'm pretty sure we're gonna win this even quicker than the last one. So I mean, both of the games went really well. I've only played with him in, I think it's 3 games, but I've won all those 3 games, and I mean, it's been really good, and it's really fun to play because of his play style. It's really like he's really different from all the other heroes. But Fury as a summoner spell, I'm not sure if that's the best summoner spell, because you can use your sword, and then using Fury isn't that good, because then you will be close range, and Fury makes, so yeah, sure, you'll go ahead and increase your attack speed by like 30%, but you will also go ahead and decrease your armor and like magic resist by 20%, so you'll be a lot weaker in close range. So I'm not sure if that's the best summoner spell to use. I honestly don't know what summoner spells really fit him. You can, of course, you play him more like a marksman than what you play him like a fighter. So Fury is pretty good, but it's definitely better on other marksmen, because other marksmen you always try to be out of range. You always try to be as far away as possible. But with Sun-Shin you can be close range, and it's like you will deal more damage by being that. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's really hard to say that Fury isn't really the best on him, but it is still pretty good. But it's better on other marksmen. So hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. I would maybe go ahead and pick something like, I'm not sure if Execute is that good either, because you are not close range all the time like a fighter, so Execute isn't the best either. I can't like come up with it now which summer spell is the best. Flicker, I'm not sure Flicker is super good either, because you already have a built-in Flicker, but Flicker is always pretty good to have. I would almost say that Purify might actually be the best for him, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die here. Yep, really sad moment on the stream, everybody was crying, even me. But we're easily gonna turn this around. I can already spoil it that we are turning it around. But how fun is Sun-Shin to play? I feel like he's pretty fun. I honestly feel like he's honestly really fun to play. Because your ultimate, you really have to, you can help your teammate out so much and just stuff like that. And like his passive stuff, everything with him is fun, because you can play him like a fighter, you can play him like a marksman. There's so much you can do. But he doesn't deal super much damage, but you can easily go ahead and get assists. So in that way you'll be able to get fairly easy gold by just doing ultimate and helping your team out. So yeah, but yeah guys, I don't really have much more to say. I'm gonna go ahead and make more build videos in the future and maybe post some more gameplay. Hopefully you want to see that. You can go and comment down below if you have any tips or things you think like you can build for him, like if you want to be focusing more on damage or if you want to be focusing more on auto attacks. But I think that auto attack is the best way to go. But guys, that was all for this video. I really hope you like it, and I'm gonna keep playing the rest of this video so you can stay and watch that. I'm gonna play some awesome music. But anyway guys, that was all for this video. Like I just said, like for the third time. But I hope it was a nice video guys. But as always, thank you for watching.